We're transforming this submarine research barge into the ultimate floating home. With the exterior painted and the front roll-up door installed, it's time to move on to the inside. I've drawn up a floor plan that should let us get 2 bedrooms, a full bathroom, a chef's kitchen, and a super cool loft for the kids. So let's get to framing. The only thing worse than illegible notes is a picture of my illegible notes.
Okay, on which screw? This one?
Yep. That's our bathroom. That wall, and then this wall. Yeah, I think I had said I was just gonna mark out that one bathroom wall so we could get started. And then here I am. I only have one wall left of the floor plan. This will be my first time ever framing like in 3-dimensional space. I'm not just thinking about where the walls go in our X and Y, but also in our Z. And I'm having a really hard time right now wrapping my head around what height which walls are supposed to be at.
Safety.
Oh, I need safety glasses. Okay, this is gonna go here. Now I'm laying it out. The X marks which side our wood goes on. So we mark them every 16 inches, and then our wood goes off to one side. Our top plate is on a rake, it's on an angle, so it's not 16 on center spacing, so I can't just line it up with this and transfer my marks. It's because it's at an angle, each stud is slightly further apart. The barge isn't level, so we can't use a level in a store of like a plumb bob. Huh?
81.05.
Okay, we want our bottom plate to basically sit just under this post, this beam, so that our interior finish will have something to nail to on the top. I'm adding blocks like this, and then our top plate will screw underneath like that, only on this side. All right, it is a big deal. First wall going down, in, up. Does it fit?
Fits over here. First stud, how'd you do? I think you nailed it.
I was gonna screw it. I mean, I can't even say plumb. Is that aligned with the houseboat? And so if I go to our reference of the garage door frame, it's the same. Should be good.
And you don't care what I cut it out of?
No.
What if they're bowed?
Doesn't matter, unless we're not gonna have enough wood, so.
Okay. I think I need a tape measure.
How do you feel about sleeping and flying away? Over in Emerald Sea to the fairy long island. This is a place to stay. We can act like love.
All right, last one. What do we do?
On a king
Oh yeah, like a glove.
Yeah? Yeah, if you can just tell me when it's flush over there.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That went incredibly fast.
Yeah. It's pretty ridiculous how fast that goes when you can do it that way. Right there.
It looks like it's a little boat in the middle, maybe.
Okay, so the best way to do that is to get the middle where you want it and then pull the end. This is so cool. Like, there is now a bathroom framed in the barge, which means that Courtney is sitting in the kitchen. We finally have an idea of, this kitchen is big.
This building, it's twice as big as our house. Like, it's huge.
Yeah, which means that it's time to move on to the 3-dimensional part I was talking about. I think there are 4 different ceiling heights in this area over here above the bedrooms, and I haven't had a chance to draw it out on the computer, so I'm hoping that the idea in my head comes to life in wood. And we're just gonna have fun with it, because like it's a barge and there's no rules. What are the rules in the barge?
Don't sink the barge.
The rule of the barge is don't sink the barge, so. Last bathroom wall. Going up, here it goes. Never done it that way. I've always done it the way where you cut the bottom out after, and I think I see why. Like as low as 81.
We're trying to find a compromise between what's not feeling claustrophobic in the bedrooms down below versus what's not feeling claustrophobic in the bedrooms up above. And I might be biased because I'm planning on sleeping in the bedrooms down below.
And honestly, if 2 inches is what's gonna make this
Yeah.
not work, then it's not gonna work.
Are you sure this is the last time I'm gonna cut these boards?
Nope.
I've cut these boards 3 times, first to 80, then to 77, and then I had to go get new boards and cut them back to 80.
Because I realized that the doors weren't gonna fit if we made the ceiling that low. 2 of these in. There.
Where's your safety glasses?
No idea. They're not on my face.
This is the part where I just trust the process because I have no idea what's going on in Riley's head. He had me cut 3 different boards to 3 different lengths.
Uh-huh. 3-dimensional space.
Do you know what's going on in your head?
No. So on the drive here, I realized that we were probably going to need some string to like straighten walls, and we're going, where can we get string? Oh, I bet the fishing shop has fishing line. And I went in there and asking him if they had fishing line, and I ended up with construction string. Like a tiny little piece of construction string, exactly what I needed. I'm just generally impressed at how straight it is, yeah. Oh, where's my safety glasses? I can't hang them on my shirt because I'm a microphone. Oh, these are, whoa. It's like X-ray, no, like HD vision. These are nice.
You have to give them back now.
So I discovered something on the garage door project, which is that this level has an adjustable bubble. So if I hold it up to this and I adjust it, boom, now we're level. Now we can use that and we can say, is this plumb? Yes, perfect. Well, I mean, at least compared to that, it's perfect.
Yeah.
So now I need to build a header that's gonna go across here that's gonna support the floor of the loft bed above it over the span of what is going to become a closet below it. So it's the same width as this wall. We need to add a 1/2 inch. So I'm using some scraps and OSB left over from sheathing the outside to basically just add some thickness.
3 strikes, you're out, man.
There it goes. Okay. There she goes. I was just thinking that it's funny that like we've never built one of these before too, like a traditional normal header. On the house we built, the snow loads wouldn't allow this anywhere. All of our window spans were too big. Do you see it now?
You're asking me or them?
Yes. Maybe I'm asking me.
We are officially out of lumber, which means that we are done framing for the day. It's amazing. Look at how much we got framed out. I think we'll easily get the rest of it done tomorrow. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm an all or nothing kind of person. When I get sucked into a project, it's all I want to eat, sleep, and think about. But as I've gotten older, my body has had a hard time keeping up. I did some blood work and found out that I was deficient in multiple things, including vitamin D. Grunes has been the perfect solution for me, so I'm very excited to share that they are the sponsor of today's video. This daily snack pack includes 8 gummies because that's how many it actually takes to get you 20 plus vitamins and minerals and 60 whole food ingredients. Alfalfa, kale, spinach, broccoli, these are the first ingredients, and yet somehow they still taste delicious. They're available in a low sugar or sugar-free option, and then also vegan, nut-free, gluten-free, and dairy-free. Just in time for summer, Grunes has released a limited edition raspberry lemonade flavor, and it is delicious. Seriously, they taste so good, it seems more like I'm eating a candy than a daily vitamin. If you're like me and you've been looking for an easy one-stop supplement that's also delicious, now is the time to try Grunes. Make sure to use our link below and you'll get up to 52% off.
I can't think of anywhere else I'd rather work in the rain. You gonna jump in?
I kind of feel like it. Do you think the water's cold?
Yes.
Just think back to 3 weeks ago and what it looked like in here and what our plan was then. We were gonna like paint the walls and put some carpet over the tiles and call it a day. This is so much better. We'll just keep framing like we've been kind of going around in a circle, and we'll just keep going around this room in a circle. Thank you.
We are cruising.
This stage of the project goes so fast. .46 cosine 9.46 divided by 87 inches. Wait, no, actually it's the other way around. So 88 3/16 is the length of my top plate.
Cool.
Woo, I had to go back to high school algebra right there. Or is that trigonometry? I don't know.
So easy to forget you're on a boat, but then I'll be like up on the ladder and it'll start moving a little bit.
So it needs to go over that cable. Thank you, ma'am. I need to get over to the next one. Just like that.
Spacing looks very different at the top than the bottom, but maybe it's an optical illusion.
I tend to agree with you. I'm off by 2 inches? Math didn't work, Courtney. Now I'm frustrated that the part's wrong, but I'm also frustrated that I don't know what I did wrong on the math problem. But it's all good, because we also get to change our minds on how we're building this thing at any point. So now the loft bed is going to be 2 inches bigger. It's not Ambition Strikes coffee, but it's a close second.
You drank that whole thing already? Where did it go?
In my tummy.
Riley,
Woo!
we bought those 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm ready. Uh-oh. All right, next we are going to be setting a beam across right here. That's going to support the loft bedroom up here, and then the ceiling is then going to go up. So the ceiling in this part of the bedroom is taller than in this part of the bedroom. I checked them for crown and now I just don't remember. This is the top. I'll put an X on the top. Same thing. An OSB piece goes in as a spacer, so that it's the same thickness as the little pony wall that'll be above it. What you got, Courtney?
Riley requested more bearing surface,
Yeah,
so I cut him another stud.
that's better. Yeah, so I'm marking stud layout, which is gonna match our little studs here. So I'm using 2x4s because I want it to not be very thick. It's way strong enough to hold the weight, but it might kind of bow and bounce. So I'm gonna put them 16 on center instead of 24 on center to hopefully just kind of help with that a little bit.
This is exciting.
This is exciting. Boom, and then that goes right there.
It's raining outside.
it's hard because I can't dangle because it's not tall enough. Courtney, this is plenty of space up here. Like, this is great. You come through the door, and then the bed's over here, and you can still like fully stretch above the bed.
We decided it might be a little rough to try to use our little mini trailer barge today, which Riley's pretty bummed about because it means he's gonna have to unload all these sheets by hand.
All right, one at a time it is. Oh, the wind, whoa! That's sweet. I mean, the plan that I came up with is totally working out. And then you're here, and then it's time to get in your bunk bed.
Oh yeah.
Huh, we're even square.
Riley,
What?
I might have to take that nail gun away.
What?
One, two, that, you missed by a lot.
Oh, what the heck?
What were you aiming for?
The level must have moved on me or something. Yeah, that's like not even, I can see my nail hole. It's nowhere even near where it's supposed to be. All right, last one for this loft. This one's gonna be slightly taller than that one just because they're offset, but totally reasonable, I think, for like a kid's bedroom. Do you feel clear now?
Yeah,
All right, are you able to hoist it up?
I think so. Oh, I said that and then I almost dropped it on my face.
More than being heavy, they're really awkward. Well, now that the lofts are done, the next step is to enclose them off from the bedroom below here. So we need to build a little pony wall. In my mind, we were gonna build a wall and then bring it up here and then set it in. But then I realized we don't actually need a bottom plate at all here. We can just, what in the heck did I do?
Riley's getting a little grumpy. I think it's almost dinner time.
We're getting pretty close to quitting time.
It's quitting time.
Haven't really stopped working all day.
Hang on for us.
Okay, so it can go your way a lot. Ah, dang, it's too long.
What? Try harder.
It's too long.
Okay.
Take two. I think that's the right spot. Okay, can you see my vision now? Kitchen with a big island. Over here is the living room with a view out this window of the roll-up door. And then in the bathroom, there's going to be the tub right here, a vanity right here, and the incinerating toilet that we took out of our house is going to go right here. So we're going to be burning our poo on this barge. And then coming around, there's the sort of smaller guest bedroom over here. This area is going to be the utility closet where all of the utilities run. And then my favorite part is up here are the two loft bedrooms. So there's a landing here that I can almost stand up in. And then when it's time to go to bed, you just lay down in the bed. Oliver gets a little older. This is gonna be his bedroom up here. And finally, the main bedroom, which turned out a lot bigger than I had thought in my mind. Like, this is a big bedroom, Courtney. Yeah, we are not gonna be drywalling in here. I think that like in a storm, as this barge potentially twists like this on the lake, it would just crack all of the seams. So I think I have a plan. We are going to be using shiplap. I've never used this stuff before, but it seems appropriate for a boat. But I am kind of concerned about these spans, and specifically there not being much support at the top for the shiplap. So I think before we get too carried away, we should just try putting a few pieces up and see if it seems like it's gonna work. And then the first step is I need to cut this out of the way.
an ocean today.
It is rough out there. This will go down like that to give us something to screw to on the bottom, or nail to, I guess. Should probably also beat that with a hammer and get it straight again. Hopefully we don't break the glass in the window. Now it's straight. We just like dab of Peel Premium and just
I can't tell if you're joking or not.
stick them on? Probably not. My favorite brand of fancy screws in these fancy little short ones. I think they're called cabinet screws. They're meant for hanging cabinets on walls. But I like that they had that like washer head on them. Just like halfway in on that 2x4. Perfect. Oh, I don't know that I ever saw the window box furring. We had to add a bunch of arts and crafts pieces to our windows to get them out to the same depth as our interior wall. 103.5. We're about to put our first piece of interior on. This thing's gonna look so cool in a couple days. Like, I'm excited for this transformation. Do you know what my concern is? Like, are they gonna warp and not connect to each other? I think we need to figure out a way to put a piece of wood up there. I'm going rogue. Courtney has an idea. You notice I always give the credit to you when they're like outlandish ideas. Courtney has an idea. Well, to be fair, it also was your idea. If it works, it's a brilliant idea and it'll save us a lot of time.
You just grabbed nail.
I just put a framing nail in it.
You grabbed your own nail gun.
Did you hear it go boom? And I was like, that wasn't right.
It worked.
It worked. I'm so glad I almost put it right here.
I was also.
Can we finish nail into metal? There's this metal J channel left from the liner panel. Oh no, it shot. It didn't go through it. It glanced off of it. Let's try another one. Yeah, it worked. I mean, it's stuck to the J channel. I think that's gonna work, Courtney. We were gonna put metal back up in here, like liner panel like it had before. And I was just worried it was gonna feel cold and like tinny and loud and like this is gonna feel like comfortable ship.
Like
a farmhouse ship, like Noah's Ark.
84?
84. 25 and 29.5.
Where's the 85 go?
I don't think I said 85. I think I said 25.
Well, here's the 29 and a half.
25.
Okay.
Convenient. Some holes already exist right there. I've always wanted to finish the interior of a metal building, like a steel building, and I've always wanted to build a houseboat. And now we get to do two projects in one. More of a boat finish than a shop finish.
Do you think we can have this houseboat done by the first 85-degree day?
Gosh, that's a highly moving target, but a motivating target. I found myself daydreaming this morning about how we're gonna turn it around so that it faces the right way. Do you think on a calm day we can just unchain it and literally just push it?
What happens if the wind picks up?
Do you think my trailer boat's powerful enough to tow it? Courtney and I went to the store. We bought 22 by 4s thinking that was gonna be plenty. And so then we ran out immediately. So the next day I bought 50 thinking that was extra and we were gonna return some. Oh, then we had about 20 more. And now we just bought 50 more again. So there are 142 by 4s in my jungle gym. I'm very glad that we thought to add these furring strips because my original whole plan was based on using fancy screws with finish washers like a boat. That would have been a lot of measuring, drilling, and marking.
Every time I come out here to cut a board, I get so excited for summer because like I'm on the lake right now and it is so beautiful.
We're also able to connect the dots where the door used to be.
Hey guys, there used to be a door right there. You can't even tell.
I know, this used to be a door right here. Should we put it back?
No.
What if there was a door right here? Okay, so we put a board up. I think this plan's gonna work, but before we get too carried away putting boards up, we need to run some electrical. This is a 100 amp electrical panel. Just a little guy. Oh, I didn't get the quick crimpy one, so we're gonna have to run the wires through holes with bushings. I like right here. Yeah, and from here, it's easy to get like up into the ceiling to get over to there. What I was thinking about is this isn't that much smaller than the house we built last summer, but how are the steps going so much faster? Like it took us months to be on electrical. Oh, you had found a screwdriver in the wall somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's on the toolbox over there.
The barge will provide. If I had realized this wasn't a quick grip panel, I probably wouldn't have bought it. We didn't need a big panel though, you know, it's a boat. Like it's not gonna have very many circuits.
Is it a boat or a barge?
The world may never know. Courtney, let me put it in upside down. Dang it. I mean, it doesn't actually functionally matter, but our main service is gonna go up in that way, so bam. Now the panel's mounted. Any job worth doing is worth doing twice. Give me the time. We helped Sarah and Bryce install beadboard in the bathroom, and we couldn't get the finish nails in, so Bryce started drilling, and he was drilling into the back of the electrical panel. I just had that thought, it's the exact same spot in the same, like, literally in the bathroom, same thing.
Whoever buys this houseboat someday, don't drill into this wall.
Yeah, the next step now is to figure out everywhere we want outlets in the bedrooms and run power to the lighting circuits and to the outlets in the bedrooms. We're gonna do this like real electricians. Sloppy and expensive. Why do I envision these rooms having TVs in them, even though our room doesn't even have a TV in it?
We've never had a
Never had a TV in our room.
we don't even have TVs in our living room.
Well, we don't even own a TV. And then my next question is, should we put these on studs like this at normal height, or should they just go like that? And would it be weird to have them up high? No. It's perfect. It'll be above a bedside table, so you can have those USB outlets in it for charging a phone or whatever. I don't think there's actually a rule about outlet height. And then if there were a bed here, then like right here. One over here somewhere?
Yeah.
Right here, good? My thinking is that this is gonna be a utility closet with like a water filtration system that I'll have to plug in somewhere. So it should probably get one. Oh yeah, if we put it like right here, that's always gonna be fairly easy to get to, I think. Oh, someone in the comments on our last electrical video told me just to put the hammer and then put the outlet at the top of your hammer. Then they're all the same and you don't have to measure. I have no idea what happens when there's two electricians on the job. Fan light switch. So there'll be a fan with a light up in this higher zone up here. And then same thing on this side. The lighting is gonna be on a separate circuit from the receptacles. A friend of mine that's an electrician recommended that to us a long time ago. That way, if like the vacuum cleaner or the hairdryer trips the breaker at nighttime, the lights don't also turn off because that's super annoying. Thanks, Guy, for the tip. If you guys go way, way, way back on the channel to when we first started building our barn dominium, and like the first day when we were drilling the holes and there was the crazy guy with the mohawk that was helping me, that was my friend Guy. That's the one that gave me the tip about the electrical. He's the one that got it all started. Courtney and I were kind of like, we got to a point where we just didn't know what to do next, and he came and visited for the weekend, and it was like, oh, what do you want to do? And he's like, what are you talking about? We're building your house. We drew plans on a napkin and just started building. The hardest part is getting started. It never gets easier to get started. What do you think about a receptacle like right here and the same spot on that side? It turned out cool. I'm stoked with how this came out. It wouldn't have been possible if we hadn't taken the raised floor out, because we would have been 8 inches lower right here and it just would not have been tall enough. Next up is to start pulling wire for these circuits so we can put the shiplap up on the walls and we can see what it's gonna look like. Oh, it's the clutch. It's trying to keep me from breaking my arm. Now, this is the path the wire is going to take. We're going to daisy chain all of these outlets all the way around through this room, all the way around through the bedroom, into the living room. I have an idea. The problem is, like with this bit in, I can't fit my drill to drill through all this. That's where the biggin comes in. These drill bits are insane. I'm always like shocked. It's all about time. Drives Courtney crazy when I do electrical and I just have like the stuff just sprawled across the floor. My favorite table is the floor. It's the biggest table I own.
Wow. Are we really pulling wire right now?
We're actually pulling wire right now, Courtney. So like this is another one of those cool skills that I learned last summer. Like I'd done wiring before, but doing that entire house and passing the inspection gave me a lot more confidence in what I'm doing, you know?
You look very confident right now.
Don't let the confidence fool you. If you run the next one first, if you wait, and you do this one next, then both wires can share one staple like right here. So you save one staple if you wait. No, mostly it's that then both wires can be right in the middle of the stud, which makes them way less likely to get hit by a stray finish nail. All right, so that'll get us up into here. And then we need to go over and across to get to the other one. The dilemma now is that I need to get up into the loft bedroom for their plugs, but to do that I have to go through the steel girt. So I've got a hole saw, and I'm gonna try to drill a hole through the steel. So there's our hole saw hole, and then to keep the wire from chafing, we'll drill a smaller hole through the wood. Now, when the wire comes up through that hole, there's no way it's ever gonna hit the sharp metal. This hole is drilled at a funky angle. Where's that hole? There it is. And we're up to there.
You are cruising.
Cruising, what's it been, like 10 minutes?
No, that much.
You know, another big plus to adding these furring strips all the way around here is that now there's something to attach the wire to. Way easier and way cheaper. Oh wait, but I said we were doing it like electricians, lazy and expensive. I haven't been throwing enough trash on the ground.
Yeah, you have. Why did that sound so different?
Because there's a piece of metal in the wall.
There's just trash in the walls.
It's crazy how quickly things can change on a project. 2 days ago, I didn't even know how we were gonna be finishing the inside of that thing. And then today I woke up excited. I went down to the hardware store and I bought an entire truck full of supplies. Like things are gonna be escalating quickly around here this week. We've got a bathtub, we've got fans, we've got lights, we've got interior finish.
Now that Riley's ran all the electrical in the back 2 bedrooms, we're gonna work on putting up shiplap today. I've never put shiplap up before, so I watched some videos last night and people recommended painting the seams before you put the boards up and then rolling the face of the boards once they're all up. So that's what I'm gonna do.
A project so nice, she's painting it twice. Is that gonna work, Courtney?
This is gonna take forever. This is the part in the project where I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm doing this right and I hope it looks good. But I think I got the seam painted on the first one. So Riley's gonna start cutting them up and we're just gonna work one board at a time. And I think we're just gonna start with this wall and see what happens.
It's like a necklace that holds your paint tray at like your chest level.
I could just take one of Oliver's bibs and put paint in it and then just like dip.
That's genius. I think you should start marketing those silicone bibs for painting. The Ambition Strikes Painter Bib.
Does everyone have a seam, or how does that work?
I was just gonna randomly do seams in an effort to not waste a lot of material.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I need to grab a Band-Aid out of the truck.
Did you cut yourself?
Yeah, on my tape measure.
You cut yourself on your tape measure?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say on the table saw. I gotta paint the top. Starting to think we were a little naive to think that this was gonna go really, really fast, because it's not.
Well, Courtney, I couldn't find a Band-Aid, but I found the dirty old napkin and some painter's tape. And I just know it's gonna start bleeding all over the shiplap and make a big mess, so. That'll have to do.
I feel like this is one of those things where you just gotta put music on and tune out and go for it. And then I just put 2 nails in.
Yeah.
The good news is I think we've got the painting down and the nailing them up, and that's actually starting to look really good. So the bad news is that the plan that was gonna save us so much time is not going to work, and these nails are just pushing the J channel out. They're not fully sucking the boards tight up there.
I don't know why I didn't think of this before, that we can just, you got it?
Yeah. I have to share a ladder with you. Do I have to? My worst nightmare is being in confined spaces with you.
Nice. I've been working on my rough framing, making it more rough. There we go. I think we're in business now. Okay, here we go. Don't staple your finger.
Do you know what the good news is?
What's the good news?
No one's ever gonna see behind our walls, other than the people that watch this video.
Yeah, no one's ever gonna know what we've done here, except for, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. Do as I say, not as I do. This is not a how-to channel. This is a what I'm doing channel.
Should I look away too?
Yeah.
Should we all just look away?
Close your eyes, everyone.
Okay.
I mean, way better than like using the jigsaw or something. And now for part 2 of using tools incorrectly. Yeah, I realize I can just do it this way. Sweet. In there. We've just been kind of putting them up blindly, starting there and hoping that they ended up, basically we want to make sure that they end up aligned with this steel column, because this column is going to remain exposed inside the room. 23, 22 and 5/8, that's close enough.
It's looking good.
What have you settled on as the best painting technique?
I don't know, I think I change it on every board. No, I had to remind myself that we're putting these up, and then tomorrow or the next day or something, I'm gonna paint the walls with a roller, and then we're done. We're skipping days of drywall work, and so yes, it's taking, in my mind, you were gonna cut, I was gonna put them up, or it was gonna go like super duper fast. That was unrealistic. This is still going to be way faster than drywall, and then it's not gonna crack when the boat moves. So I think I'm happy. I can't wait to see what it looks like painted. Right now it looks really ugly, but you just have to imagine it all painted the brown color and it's gonna look great.
If that's not a marriage test, I don't know what is.
I was gonna kill you for a second.
Gordon, you did a great job. I mean,
Riley is catching a bird with his
oh
hands.
gosh, I had it. I just don't want to hurt it. Oh, there it goes. Oh, okay, it left.